We're going to go back to September 15th of 2005. 911 receives a call of a house fire right up the road from where we're walking up to right now. So the volunteer fire department here in Sistersville comes up to 305 East Street. Now, by the time they get to the home, it's already totally engulfed in fire. As they're fighting the fire, the roof of the home comes crashing down. So a man comes out of his vehicle. He's been drinking and he's yelling that his girlfriend is in the home, 39-year-old Lucy Kristen. As the firefighters are trying to fight the fire, he's trying to get into the home to rescue his girlfriend, and they're trying to hold him back. And as they're doing that, finally they have to detain him and arrest him for interfering with the firefighters. So by the time the smoke settles, it would be about 6 hours or so before they found the body of Lucy Kristen. This is where the home used to be at, right here. Looks like they have not rebuilt it. Later on, after the Sistersville Police Department enlisted the help of the West Virginia State Police Department, them along with the fire marshals conducted an investigation of the fire and determined that it was indeed arson. It would be about 9 months or so until an arrest was made in the homicide of Kristen 7-year-old Randy Mylar, who's from Payton City, which is about 5 miles up this little highway from where we're currently at, was arrested and charged with first-degree arson and first-degree homicide. Now, the only problem with the arrest was that authorities felt that they did not have enough evidence to secure a conviction. Sistersville probably only has maybe about 1,500 people, if that. Now, nothing much escapes small towns such as Sistersville, West Virginia. Pretty much everybody knows everybody here. I mean, you can't escape it because there's really not many people that live here. And so police, state police, Windsor County sheriffs, they're hearing a lot of rumors and a lot of innuendo. Such and such, such and such, such and such. Now, investigators believe that Randy Mylar did have a reason to commit this arson, and it is believed that Lucy was not the intended target that possibly her boyfriend was. But again, they don't know. It could just be, like I said, it could just be rumors. Nobody really knows other than the people that are on this case investigating it. Only them. They're the only ones that truly possibly know why this murder took place. This place right here is currently closed down. It has been so for about the last 2 years. But this is the same location where on October 22nd of 2014, 36-year-old Cindy Ball came here to have a drink. This was the last location that she was ever seen. She did not return home that night. Her family reported her missing the following day. Now, her car was still here in this very parking lot and her purse was inside. She would be missing for 2 more days until a group of hunters in Wirt County, maybe about 10 or 15 miles away from Parkersburg here, discovered her body. She had been shot once in the back of the head. Now, this has been a cold case for about the last 10 years or so, but authorities that are investigating this murder do feel that whoever killed her in another location and then had help bringing her body to that piece of property where she was found.
The popular theory now among her friends is that 47-year-old Marsha Ferber decided to leave her life behind. At least they hope. She left behind the bar she created, where live music, from punk to reggae to rock and roll, is the center, and where patrons discuss politics as much as the music. Marsha was last seen April 25th. All that was missing was her backpack. Her car was left at a parking meter, belongings left in an apartment above the bar. The weeks before her disappearance, she had talked about leaving, even starting a type of hippie retirement village in Florida. Longtime friend D.L. Hamilton agrees Marsha was ready to move on, but she has doubts.
Not that abruptly or mysteriously, but she was definitely ready to move when we had discussed how we could, what she called, divest herself from Morgantown.
It wasn't like she was going to run away and go to Florida. I mean, this is something that she was thinking about for her retirement.
Michelle Wolford saw Marsha the day she disappeared and says Marsha had been talking about restoring Morgantown's Met Theater and believed she was staying.
If anything, I was convinced that she had put the hippie retirement village on hold because she was talking about the Met Theater and what a great community center it would be and how there was probably federal money to restore it and make it into something better than what it ever was.
Ferber left 2 sons in Kentucky, a brother in Maryland. She'd just subscribed to a magazine the week before. But a huge mortgage on the buildings was owed, and there is talk that Marsha may have learned some incriminating information about the local drug trade and may have been targeted. But even police lean toward the theory Marsha left voluntarily.
Based on the information that we've obtained at this point in time, we believe that that's the high probability, is that she just left the area.
Whatever happened to Marsha, I just can't fathom was in the context of a plan.
I can only guess that she's okay somewhere. I hope.
The name of Marsha Ferber's bar came from her fascination with the Underground Railroad of the Civil War era for slaves seeking freedom. Perhaps Marsha herself is living that fascination, finding her own freedom. This is Jeff Hertrick, Newswatch 12 in Morgantown.
And almost 40 years later, here we are standing in front of what once used to be the Underground Railroad. It's that building right in the middle of your screen right there. And right around the time of her disappearance, her and a friend had drove up to Pittsburgh to run some errands. They came back to town, and ever since April 28, 1988, her friends have not heard from her ever since. Her kids have not heard from her. She left her purse in her car, parked in its usual parking space, and she just disappeared. A woman who was so vested within this community, why would she just turn around and walk away from everything? Not take her purse, nothing. I mean, you could play armchair detective all you want, but one of the disappearance stories that you often read about, that somebody just walks away from everything, or was it possible that she was taken away by force? This is the final resting place of Lucy Kristen. It's been almost 20 years, guys. There are some people in Wetzel County that know exactly the reason why this happened and the person responsible for this woman's murder. You're out there, and the family of Lucy would like this matter resolved. If anybody has any information on the unsolved murder of Lucy Kristen, please contact the West Virginia State Police 304 304-455-0913. 304-455-0913.